How you doing, Southern Alberta? This is the Stormbringer, bringing you the PZW Match of the Week on Shaw Television. Brought to you by Weist Investment and Insurance Management. Achieve your goals with Clayton Weist. Tom, this is a big one for the Power Zone Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Carlo Cannon versus Adrian Walls. Carlo Cannon flew all the way from the other side of the world, Tom, from Australia for an opportunity to wrestle for the Power Zone Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Went for the big head kick. Adrian Walls with the duck under into the German suplex. Carlo Cannon with the heart of a lion kicking out. Adrian Walls has been the Power Zone Wrestling Heavyweight Champion for 1 year, Tom, but this might be one of his greatest challenges to date. Carlo Cannon with the reverse, goes for a backcracker. Does he have him down? 1, 2, now the kick out by Adrian Walls. Unbelievable matchup between two of the all-time greats to ever be in the ring with Power Zone Wrestling. Carlo Cannon from Australia, trained by former WWE superstar Lance Storm, one of the greatest Canadian professional wrestlers of all time, the incredible Lance Storm, the trainer of Carlo Cannon. Carlo Cannon versus Adrian Walls. Adrian Walls set up in the corner. Cannon trying to get up. You can see Adrian Walls using that large cranium of his, nailing Carlo Cannon with the headbutts to stop him from climbing up. Here we go, the Hurricanrana. No, blocked by Adrian Walls. No, the counter. Look at that Hurricanrana. Carlo Cannon not panicking, knowing that he was in a compromised position. All Adrian Walls had to do was lean forward, and we had a devastating pile driver like maneuver, but Carlo Cannon holding on to the Hurricanrana and nailing Adrian Walls. Here it is, 1, 2, no, look at that counter. Not only getting the shoulders up, but getting that chokehold similar to you've seen The Undertaker using this very hold in the WWE. You can see Adrian Walls has Carlo Cannon locked into that controversial chokehold. Now the reverse into the single crab. Right there is the influence of Lance Storm showing through on Carlo Cannon using the single crab. How many men has Lance Storm put out with that very hold, Tom? And you can see Carlo Cannon borrowing heavily from his mentor. Adrian Walls now mere inches from the bottom ring rope. Adrian Walls gets to the bottom ring rope. Carlo Cannon must break the hold, but has the damage been done, Tom? Has there been enough damage done to the lower back of the PZW Heavyweight Champion, Adrian Walls? Carlo Cannon now goes on the run. Carlo Cannon will fly over the top rope, absolutely throwing caution to the wind, Tom. The Power Zone Wrestling Heavyweight Championship is on the line, and God knows both of these wrestlers are going to give it everything they've got for the most prestigious wrestling championship in all of Canada. Here we go, Tom. Both men are out on the concrete. It's a brand new match. We're starting over. Carlo Cannon versus Adrian Walls. Who is going to be the first man into the ring? But here's a reminder, Tom. The championship cannot change hands on a countout. So it is very well in the best interest of Adrian Walls to stay out on the floor. Carlo Cannon must get the champion in the ring to win the championship. Come on, Carlo. Get Walls. Look at Walls. Walls pulling him down. Walls is going to take a count out. Unbelievable. July 2nd, bloodletting. Adrian Walls versus Carlo Cannon versus Ravenous Randy Myers versus Scotty Mack. Here we go, Tom. Myself, the Stormbringer, in the ring with the assassin, Chase Patrick. The Power Zone Wrestling Match of the Week on Shaw Television, brought to you by Weist Investment and Insurance Management. Achieve your goals with Clayton Weist, a very, very good friend of mine, Tom. One of the greatest financial minds I've ever had the privilege of meeting. Clayton Weist. People, the contact information in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. You can see the assassin, Chase Patrick, with a very, very deep camel clutch onto myself, the Stormbringer. This is as personal as it gets, Tom. The assassin Chase Patrick looking to get ahead in the world of professional wrestling, looking to get the attention of everybody in the world of professional wrestling, feeling that one of the best ways to do it was to take out myself. If he could embarrass and humiliate the majority owner of Power Zone Wrestling, myself, the Stormbringer. And Tom, I don't want you or anybody else sitting at home watching this to get the wrong idea. I'm not wearing this ownership on my sleeve, okay? I love competing in a professional wrestling ring. I may be the majority owner of Power Zone Wrestling, but I sure as heck I'm not going to use it to try to gain leverage over my personal in-ring career. But here we go, Tom. The assassin Chase Patrick has decided to do just that. He has used my personal relationship with Shaw Television hostess Sheila Nyquist as leverage to get himself into the main event. So here we go, Tom. It was June 11th. It was the main event. Myself, the Stormbringer, with the big spear, the pin on the assassin. Now Chase Patrick with the kick out. Folks, before we conclude this week's episode, another reminder, the Honky Tonk Man at Sirius Music, the King of Trade, downtown Lethbridge on the afternoon of July 2nd. 2 p.m. is the start time, and autograph signing with the greatest intercontinental champion, the Honky Tonk Man at Sirius Music. People, come back to Shaw Television next week for the conclusion of this matchup.